That's the first one I've seen in South America.
Cafezinho mineiro aqui, olha, com queijinho. How many times do you travel? My English is not so good.
No, your English is fine. I've been traveling for nearly 3 years.
And throughout my 3 years of traveling, I think these days staying with the couple was exactly what we needed.
Just talked about adventures because they've been all over the world with their motorcycles. And I think there's just this bond between travelers to other travelers that understand like how much it means if you to invite a traveler into your home. Putting the flag back on the tuk-tuk. Sim, obrigado.
After our long stay in Rio de Janeiro, soaking up the rays at the beach, experiencing Carnival for the first time, and finally leaving the Brazilian crash behind us, we returned to the road, but almost in a daze. The clips you're seeing are a montage from literally all I filmed from 3 days of driving. Unmotivated and just trying to tread water to stay afloat of this confusion I felt.
We kind of got lost and now we're driving parallel to favelas. Brian, what's going on?
You see, I'd never really planned past this point. It had always been about the repurchase of the new tuk-tuk in Bolivia, driving it to Lima, Peru for the upgrades, and then the long detour back to the crash site to resume the continuous path north to Alaska. But with such a momentous circuit now closed and in the rear vision mirror, not that my tuk-tuk even has one of those, we entered the unknown of the famous state of Minas Gerais, a place known for its cuisine, culture, and mountain towns that I knew I had to get to know for myself.
Look, this is a bus stop. This mountain road is epic, dude. Nice. I think this is what Brazil's about. Not Sao Paulo, not necessarily like the biggest cities. It's just like these mountain road towns that just excite my soul.
But like I said, I was dazed, lost, and in all honesty, the loneliest I'd ever felt along this journey, until this one couple changed all that for me.
Preciso sacar uma foto com essa, nossa, olha isso. Yes.
And with this...
From Bolivia.
From Bolivia.
Ah.
Desde a Bolívia viajando nesse...
Tudo bem.
This couple have owned a motorcycle museum for the past 11 years and their collection really blew me away.
Patty, look at that. A Vespa car, they're calling this. Another tuk-tuk. Look at that, Patters. With the number plate of Brazil, Minas Gerais, Tiradentes. That would be an Italian brand. Vespa K, they call it. They've even got a police bike, a Kawasaki police bike. This is pretty cool. And it's all dog friendly, so they let Miss Putz. Look at this. They're saying that this is the most antique motorcycle in the world, built in France. Leonardo da Vinci's kind of bicycle motorcycle there. They've got a dog and they say that the dog likes to travel in the sidecar as well. That's gangsta.
Bolo de banana com maçã, cafezinho mineiro aqui, olha, com queijinho.
Que é bom. E você,
muito bom.
você fala sempre bolo com café.
Bolo com café.
Que bom.
Bolo com café sempre tem que ter.
Muito obrigado.
Nas casas
Sim.
mineiras.
É esse queijo, não é?
Queijo, é um queijo.
Ah. Putters. Man, this is just that Brazilian hospitality. That we've just gotten these like bolo and coffee and we've just talked about adventures because they've been all over the world with their motorcycles. They've got their whole garage for me. I'm gonna set up the tent. I really wanted to sleep in the tent tonight, and the fact that we know it's gonna storm, but I'm gonna be undercover as well. Thanks so much to these legends at this. It will be the only motorcycle museum in Tiradentes, but I'll drop the location because they're just doing so much for me. That means a lot. Brazil's just such an epic place. It's a pretty chaotic country at times, but there's so much beauty and so many oases that are just full of paradise, as we're getting to know throughout Minas Gerais.
Good morning, Patus. Good morning. Good morning.
We packed up the tent. We're leaving the museum now. We're going to go check out the center and to do a bit of a hike in Tiradentes. There's a good chance we're not leaving here today, which I think will be very nice. What do you think about that, Patrice? Come, there's water. Get a drink before you leave, vamos. Get some water in. No, come here. Water, tem água. Aqui. Aqui, água. Aqui. No, come. Yeah, sit. Very obedient, very good. No, come here, sit. We're going on the road. We're gonna walk on the side of the road. Sit. Pati. Like, how well can you see this cliff face that kind of surrounds this entire town? There's a lot of beauty here. We might even meet the museum owner in the center now. Like, that's their fuel station. Very, very cool. Nice. Like, this town has a very beautiful aesthetic. The whole region is about 4 or 5 cities in Minas Gerais that look kind of like this, and I really like that vibe. There's plenty of shops as well lining the streets with this cliffside mountain range lookout. And like, this would be market stalls set up as well if it's not so early in the morning like it is. Hey, Pats? That was interesting. They got the horse and carts behind me, and they even offered to take me and Patty somewhere. I was like, buddy, I've got a dog. Patty wouldn't enjoy that. Being led somewhere in a horse-drawn carriage. Right, so we've met up with my friend from the motorcycle museum again. He's brought his 3 dogs. We're trying to get them to get to know each other well. But he said that these little side streets, one that we're walking along right now, is unfortunately where they ferried slaves through, so they would keep them off like the main roads. Once upon a time. Every place has got their own story. Look at this. Olha isso, senhor. Sim. All right. Giga Pat. Stunning, eh?
This is Tiradentes, a small colonial town that dates back to the 1700s, right in the middle of Brazil's gold rush. It's named after Tiradentes, a national hero who fought for independence. Today it's known for its preserved streets, Baroque architecture, and a pace of life that feels completely frozen in time.
That's just someone's house behind me. That's crazy. When you go and Google this place, like I did to get here, Google Maps literally just shows this church as like the front cover. So it's very, very cool to be here.
500 kilos
De oro. Wow. Raised up just enough to get this little like kind of view of the surroundings here.
This is Igreja Matriz de Santo Antonio.
Thank you, Patrice. Thank you, Patrice. One sec.
One of the richest churches in Brazil. All the gold inside came from the mines of the region I've been driving through these past days. The church even has a pipe organ from 1788 imported all the way from Portugal.
Like, we would have never found this place without our friend here. Obrigado, amigo. Nunca vai por essa ruta sem você. Life, eh? He said it's drinkable. We got the breakfast goods in Minas Gerais. Melhor pão de queijo, né?
É. Aqui, mesmo.
How good. What was that? Look, this is an old gold mine once upon a time. Literally off the street. Where are we, Miss Potts? It's been sealed off pretty well. And this isn't a park. This is literally just the street walkways that come off the main center there. They've just done a really good job in conserving it all. And that was so good to get to know the city with him. We're gonna go have lunch at his house, then go for a mountain hike. But he said, because he's got his dogs, and yeah, now that we've been going for about 2 hours of a hike around the city, Patty, I think, would just like to rest off at home. They'll put her in the cafe section, the open air zone of the museum, and we'll go do that hike and probably sleep again tonight in the tent. How good's that? Delicioso. Yeah. Fica feliz. Onde vamos?
Nós vamos fazer a trilha do carteiro.
Ok.
Vamos passar por uma vegetação conhecida como Mata Atlântica.
Uau, que bom. É 1 hora mais ou menos.
Sim, 1 hora.
Perfeito, perfeito. Vamos?
Pode estar um pouco escorregadio por causa da chuva de ontem.
Claro. Oh, you can see the church from over here. There's a storm coming, I'll tell you that.
The storm surged during the hike but left my new friend completely unbothered. In his words, as long as we don't see lightning, we're good. Him and his partner both have a really positive outlook on life that I wish to aspire to when I'm a little older.
This water running down these steps is only because of the rain that we've just gotten. Came in heavy and now it's kind of hopefully stopping. But it's pretty crazy. Divertido. Now it's stopped raining, we can kind of film a little bit more. But we're just really enjoying it. His wife was just calling him earlier. He didn't pick up. He said, no, this is my moment. I love that. Probably gonna be me when I'm 40 years old. Pretty good. Right there, you can just barely see the golden church that we were in earlier. What a solid spot. Patty would have hated the thunder and the rain as well. It's kind of good that she didn't come along with us. We made it, thanks brother. Obrigado amigo. Tá muito divertido. He just said to live is good in Portuguese. I just closed the camera off, but he's right. It's so necessary to get outside. The first ever road that was ever built in Tiradentes. Right here, with the view of the whole entire town. We made it back, didn't we? Hey? Reunited. Happy? Happy Patrice? Free? Epic for them to just let her chill out here with all the motorcycles, eh, Putz? You made yourself at home, didn't you? They've actually ridden this bike across these countries. His bike is 16 years old, doesn't look it. They've definitely taken a good job of it. Relax, Patty. Não tem nenhum com português, então uma de Tiradentes, the Museu de Moto está incrível. Pater, check this out. That is gangster. Museu de Moto. That's a very, very cool shirt. Obrigado, amigo. Yes, perfect.
For my last night in town, we went out to see what Tiradentes is like in the evening, and it's truly a magical place when it's lit up like this.
This is a beautiful place, eh?
We went to a nice restaurant for pizza and stopped off afterwards for ice cream.
Senor! Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. That's epic. Brother, we're just getting all the tasters. Obrigado.
Já? Vou querer mais maracujá. Pronto, esse só pra ver se... Uau! Muito diferente esse.
E ricota?
Alecrim e mel.
Sheesh!
Esse aí eu falei, Gabriel, quem vai gostar?
There's too many flavors and she's giving them all to us. This is insane. I've never been given so many tasters, especially without asking. Doing it again. Thankfully, not camping in the rain. All high and dry, aren't we, Pats?
The next morning I woke up to another parting gift before we said our goodbyes, and I set out en route to the next mountain town, Lavras Novas.
Bom, look at that. Obrigado, amigo. Está
aberto ali, ó.
Está perfeito. Obrigado. We're just warming up the motor. It's actually going to be a day on the road, ladies and gentlemen. Man, the rain is serious. We've got the doors down, eh? I don't like it. I love having just the air coming through, not having the windscreen fog up. I didn't want to do a third night in the tent, so we did do 2 nights in Tiradentes. And I also definitely need to get somewhere and edit, and it's too expensive to do that here either, so if we were to stay in a hotel. So we didn't want to be a burden, and we're just trying to get a few kilometers down the road. Hopefully the rain clears up just a little bit. A little weather window to go a little further towards Belo Horizonte. Brazil in the rainy season, hey? They said it'd be alright, they said. That's pretty cool. It's an absolute swamp. Yeah, I don't want to get any closer, but just a waterfall on the side of the road. What do you want to get out for, Patters? It's raining, Patters. He's looking at the door for me to unzip it. You say, let me out, let me out. What'd you find here, Bubba? Well, you stopped off to rest the tuk-tuk and Patty's just jumped out of the tuk-tuk, found a friend. Good girl. He's a wet dog, Patters. He's a little wet pupper. You good? Vamos agora. Vamos sair agora.
Ah, tá, não tem problema.
Estava comendo pão.
Falou.
Pati, perto. Que é? Little update from the road. I don't know why there's giraffe statues on the side of it, but the rain stopped and this is a freaking stunning day. It is single lane highway. You'd have a couple of trucks like this, but it's pretty infrequent. It's not too hot. I've got good music vibing out to some Mumford and Sons. Let's just chuck it on for a sec. Just enough to not get copyright. How can I not be in love with every day of this freaking life when it looks like this? Oh my goodness. Love you guys. Frick. I love this travel. Love you, Pat.
When we run together. When we're apart, we fall apart.
O famoso rocambole. Right there. Where the tuk-tuk parked up is apparently the town. If you're gonna get one of these in Brazil, you've got to get it here.
É o tradicional rocambole doce de leite. Vende inteiro, metade ou fatias. Goiabada e leite.
Wow. Que bom. This is a cool spot. Que pueblo estamos? Onde estamos?
Lagoa Dourada.
É mais famoso.
Capital nacional do rocambole.
Damn, legends. A caramel sponge cake is basically what this is. And a little coffee. Frick. Breakfast of champions right here. In a beautiful little town. It's very sweet. Maybe... Senhor, olha, tudo bem. Tudo bem. Coming to check out the rocambole. Maybe a slightly drier sponge cake than what you can kind of find in Australia, but still very, very nice. And the caramel is like second to nothing. I think we're gonna be fighting with the weather all day. We're pulling over. You okay, Patrice? You good? Right. Look at these mountains, actually. That's pretty incredible. This through here is actually Oro Blanco, meaning white gold. And we're gonna try to get to a place just before Oro Preto, which is black gold, in Lavras Novas. That's why we're gonna try to spend the night. This is a Fusca in front of me, and behind me as well. Gang, the Fusca gang. This is very snazzy stuff. We're just stalling and making a fool of ourselves, actually. Slight fog, but it's not a bad time. Fuscas here are the like Beetle Bugs Volkswagens, I believe, and very popular daily drivers here in Brazil. They're pretty much everywhere, along with the Kombi vans. They just so well kept and maintained that they still just run and look like brand new, basically. There we go. Oh, careful, it's gonna be slippery. Jeepers. We'll let you out. Stop. Sit. Putty. Good sit, good sit. Stay. Break. Good girl. Break. Letting the tuk-tuk cool down and taking Pats on another run. I don't show every time I walk her, by the way, and I don't show every time I give her water and stuff. I think that would just get repetitive, just for you guys at home to know that, like, obviously I'm taking care of the most important person on this freaking journey, the patters. But sometimes there's some weird comments saying that, oh, give her more water. I'm just like, you guys understand, I'm sure. Hey. You having a good time? I think this is the beginning of a hike. I think that sign said. Camino Novo. There's a hiking trail that goes from Parachi, where we kind of just drove through. We went to Rio de Janeiro. And look, you're right here on this hike. That's where we're gonna like go to. This is another kind of, these are touristic destinations that are on our list. And then we're gonna go to the coast from there. I just think that hike's so insane because it's got to be at least like 450 kilometers of walking from Rio de Janeiro to Diamantina. Welcome to Lavras Novas. I haven't even entered the town, but I already know that it's worth the drive, the hype, the coming here. That's awesome. Very humble, colorful little town. Yo, look at the colors of this place. It's a gym, outdoor gym. Wow. Well, the yellow, colourful tuk-tuk fits in amongst all these buildings, I think. This is a pretty nice place. It's got the vibes of Tiradentes, but it's also like more chill. What's going on? This is made up though. This has got to be fake. This is Blue's Clues. This is a cartoon show. This is a Simpsons house. This is somebody's freaking house. At the entrance of the town, that was a fake doors, but that's a real window. That's somebody's house. These are people's houses. Oh, that one doesn't have a door handle. Oh, these don't have door handles. Oh, we could be getting shammed here. This is epic. Look at this. Damn. Lavras Novas. It's like touristic, but it's so close to Ouro Preto that I believe is much more touristic, that it's just like, this is a quieter kind of spot to be. Like, there's a kitchen in there. And this is a Posadas. So they've got a bear at the doorway saying "you." This is a very beautiful place. It looks expensive. Yeah, those guys were like maybe $75 US. Still not bad for how good it looked. They just pointed me off to here saying maybe they're the same owner. Tudo bem, senhor. Pode perguntar quanto é para ficar uma noite?
R$200 com café da manhã.
R$200. Aceptas mascota? Pet? That's a pretty good price. Like, we're gonna stay here and not camp in the rain. That's cool. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We did the day. And this is like the garage.
Quer ver o quarto?
Okay, perfeito. Look at that.
Piscina.
Wow. You might have a view as well. Oh, this is cool. Oh, Lewis, dude.
Hey.
This is freaking 11 por 10.
Hey.
Wow, no way. All right, that's got my heart racing. That's freaking epic. There is a view. Damn, all right. Nice.
Perfeito.
Que bom.
Bom.
Incrível. Frick, we're doing it. Hey, Pats. This is sensational. Tuk-tuk parked up. Besides some more fake houses, they must be bedrooms and only open from the inside of the complex. I gotta say, this is probably the best hotel we've stayed in on the entire 3 years of the trip. It's not the most expensive, just enough of a touristic place to not be so overpriced. This was a great recommendation by the museum couple. Thanks for that, guys. Doesn't like her bed, eh? The bed's there and she's like, this is cool. You know, spots. So they said that this is the fettuccine, just a man and a Kindle at dinner. In the end, we didn't stay here, but we did have dinner here. That was incredible. Look at the town now. There was actually nothing open, so we had a good walk with Pat, but that's all that we found.